is Chico Resch. You are listening to the Let's Go Devils podcast on the Primetime Radio Network.
Happy Devils Sunday, part of a triple header day. This is Devils After Dark, coming to you live from the Primetime Radio Studios in beautiful New Jersey, in an undisclosed location bunker, and Scotty's Golden Palace. It sounds like a Chinese restaurant.
Lifestyles of the paycheck to paycheck. Sam
Yes.
Wu. Lifestyles of the paycheck to paycheck. It sounds like a Chinese food restaurant. That's how you said it.
Scotty's Golden Palace in Beverly Hills, California. As we're streaming live on Facebook Live, YouTube Live, Twitter Live, and Twitch on the Let's Go Devils Network. Don't let Scotty fool you. His paycheck to paycheck is like Howard Stern's Sirius XM paycheck to paycheck.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
All paid in stock.
Yeah.
Paid in
Sure.
stock.
Sure.
But the Devils win a big one against the Tampa Bay Lightning behind Jesper Bratt to Bratt goals. Did I even screw that? Bratt.
Hey,
you were practicing
back to
that
Bratt
hard. Goals.
Brack to Bratt, right?
Yeah.
Brack to Brack. Yeah, something like that, yeah.
Regardless, the Devils harpoon the Tampa Bay Lightning. Anyway, I'm really messing this up, but for those that don't know, we have a special guest coming on after
we do.
Happy Devils recap. He or she, we're not going to tell you who it is, will be joining us very, very shortly. Oh, I love that comment. Oh, thank you.
The art of pimping. Hey, he's
Nico
back. We haven't seen
doing
him in a while.
captain stuff. Let's go Devils.
I think I am paid in Silicon Valley Bank stock. I think that is actually that's where Sam Wu had all the Woo bucks came from. Yeah.
Yeah, don't worry. The Woo bucks are federally guaranteed insured funds.
Oh, okay.
Insured funds, okay? They're going to insure you. You really get nothing. You lose. Good day, sir. Anyway.
Oh, man. Woo! Yeah, we're in a good mood today, as everyone should be as a New Jersey Devils fan, because, man, what a game. The Hatty from Bratty harpoons the Lightning. That's right. We got a harpooning going on, Sam Wu. You know how we love to harpoon things here on Devils After Dark.
Yeah.
Sam
I've been
Wu
watching
especially.
I've been watching a lot of National Geographic videos. They appear on my newsfeed on Facebook. It's like, there's like a lion chasing after a giraffe, all that kind of stuff. But every once in a while, they have shark videos or something like that, and you're like, we're gonna harpoon them. Yep.
They know about Sam Wu and his harpoon. That's the algorithm coming at you right there.
Yeah.
But a happy Sunday night here. After a rough couple days, have a really good feeling with this team tonight. Game number 70 on the road. The Road Warriors are back. Oh, what a rush. A rush for New Jersey. Here along with the greatest heel in the history of hockey Twitter and the king of the football calls himself, Sam by God Wu. I'm Scotty. It's Devils After Dark exclusively on the Let's Go Devils podcast network. And yes, we got a special guest coming up here. Well, I mean, did we say special? Let's just say guest. We got a guest coming up. What should we give him the special tag?
No, I don't think this person needs a special tag, to be honest with you.
Okay. We'll see if he actually shows up, because he's typically late
this
anyway.
Person's lucky this person's lucky we actually let him on.
So a special guest a guest to stop by a little later. But we're going to talk about this game right now. Number 70, like we said, on the road in Tampa Bay after the Devils' first 3-game winless streak since December. And some news here Vanacek back in goal. The lines originally to the start of the game were put back to their normal ways. Kevin Ball back in there, so the platoon continues. Brendan Smith, Mr. Penalty, was not in the lineup. Big old Kevin Ball, and man, did he deliver a crunching hit behind the net, and you could see him using that reach because he's 7 foot tall, and you can't teach that. The only thing to note, though, is Curtis Lazar out of the lineup, and we saw him missing from the bench in the third period against Florida, but that put the big boy Nolan Foote into the lineup, and boy, was he ready to make an impression on this team because that fourth line looked money tonight. Let's talk about this over here. It didn't start off very well for the Devils. That first period was very one-sided in the way of the Tampa Bay Lightning. Okay, it wasn't that long into the game. 3:26, in fact, that man, Nikita Kucherov, 100 points. 100 points on the season. The third player in the NHL, just McDavid and Draisaitl up there in Edmonton, which will somehow probably find themselves eliminated in the second round of the playoffs again. But Kucherov comes through, gets his 100th point of the season on the power play at 3:26 of the first. And this one, Nico Hischier actually won the faceoff. The puck goes behind the net. The gravy train gets it, and he goes to make a clear, and he kind of half whiffs on it. And the puck does a little change-up action, and lo and behold, Kucherov is there to keep it into the zone. Keep it in the zone. He passes it over to Stamkos, and Stamkos just does a little give and go, gives it right back to him, and Kucherov puts the blast on with the big slap shot for his 28th goal of the season. Power play goal for the Tampa Bay Lightning. 3:26 into the first, and I know what you were thinking because I was thinking the same damn thing. Oh, no. Here we go again. Okay? I know everyone has been a little nervous about Vanacek, and let me tell you, every shot he faced tonight, I was just like, this is like nerve-wracking, because he's not gobbling up those rebounds, and he hasn't been as timely. And, Akira Schmid has been. In the past few games, Akira Schmid has been standing tall in that goal, and every shot that Vanacek faced tonight, it's like you have it's like this little mini heart attack going on. But I do want to say that after that Tampa Bay power play goal, Nolan Foote started to make his presence known. There was a nice little give and go for the Devils in the offensive zone, and Foote, from a very sharp angle there, close to the goal line, he let a nasty shot go, and he ripped it off the post. And this was one that, wasn't luck or anything like that. He flat out beat Vasilevsky on that shot. I mean, he beat him. And I don't know if Vasilevsky, we all know how good he is, all right? And we're not taking anything away from him. Absolutely not. Actually, we're giving him even more credit. The fact that Foote beat him so cleanly like that was definitely an eye-opener and definitely said to me, hey, here's a guy who wants to get his name on that NHL lineup day in and day out. We all know that sometimes these things happen with the injuries. They turn into opportunities for other players. Graham Clark got called up earlier in the season, and he didn't find himself getting into the lineup. Looks like there's maybe possibly a little freak injury there with Curtis Lazar at the end of the Florida game. Nolan Foote is in there, and he said, I'm going to take advantage of every opportunity I have out here on the ice. And man, was he noticeable out there just about every single shift. And I think our boy Max already wrote it down there in the YouTube chat. That fourth line was on fire tonight. Sharon Govich, McLeod, Nolan Foote. Man, did they make their presence known. First period goes along. Again, Tampa Bay was really in control of this first period. And oh, man, friggin' Timo, again, another slashing penalty. Like the same exact penalty he's taken now. Like, I want to say 4, but I think it's 3 times now since he's been on the team. Like, dude, you cannot slash people's sticks like that. They are just going to drop them, and you're going to get called for the penalty. Like, you can't do that. So, Luckily, the Devils killed that off because that was very late in the first period. I got to look, actually see exactly what times. 18:53, slash against Ian Cole. And the Devils killed it off, even with it, crossing over into the second period there. And the second period, man, was that a different period for the New Jersey Devils. Now, we've seen it a lot this season that the second period is their money period, but I have a feeling that after that first, Lindy pulled a Larry in the locker room. We all know the old stories about Larry Robinson getting pissed and kicking the trash can over in the playoffs all those years ago, throwing a tantrum, being like, who the hell is this team? I thought they were the New Jersey Devils. And how many times in this show? We did a whole show where we just did Rodney Dangerfield jokes because we were saying the Devils were getting no respect. And these last 3 games, they were playing pretty bad. Now, granted, some good competition, Tampa Bay and Florida, but still, Devils are a better team. Look at the standings. And I think Lindy pulled a Larry in that intermission because holy hell did that team come out in the second period. And they looked like a completely new, like reinvigorated team out there on the ice. I don't know if that's just me. You can tell me if I'm overreacting or not. YouTube Live, Facebook Live, Twitter Live, and Twitch. But man, did they dominate that second period. What was this? I got to look. I think it was 17 to 6 shots in that second period. Wow. Our boy Damon Severson, who was kind of the scapegoat from the other night. He got a great opportunity. He was able to walk in after a feed and let a big blast go. Mikey McLeod was right in front of the net, that fourth line, creating havoc. Very nice. Very good, Sam. Mikey McLeod was right in front of the net. Almost put that rebound home. But Vasilevsky, of course, came up huge. And then it turned into a transition game right there. And I will say this, Damon Severson was the one who got back to break up, negate a partial breakaway because Kevin Ball got beat skating back. It was Damon Severson who actually made that play. So we all get on Damon Severson's case. We all know Sam Wu wanted to leave him exposed in the expansion draft a few years ago. I saw much and many a hate for him online everywhere. I've even said that I thought that they were going to try and trade him, But to say that he's not an NHL caliber defenseman is incorrect. And we all know that. And he rebounded, and I thought he had he had a really bad game against Florida, but I thought he had a really good game again here against Tampa Bay. So good play over there by Damon Severson. But then Tampa Bay scores again at 6:30 of the second period. Killorn gets it, goes around. Actually, and this is again Damon Severson doing the right move, going down, taking away the pass, and it was just a really heady play by Killorn to delay and wait till Severson kind of slides out of the way a little bit and move right around him, get himself right center slot there for a shot, and he put it 5-hole through Vanacek. And it's just like, man, what is going on with Vitek Vanacek? That's a save I feel like he should have had. And again, we talked about it so many times. He used to come up so huge with those timely saves. And just recently, it doesn't seem to be happening. And that was another example right there where you're like, man, if you're gonna be our 1A in the playoffs, you got to make those saves, dude. And all of a sudden, the Lightning are up 2-0, and you're, man, is this gonna be 4 in a row that they go winless? But the Devils turned it on in that second period, and 9 seconds later, our boy Jesper Bratt says, "No more, no soup for you, Tampa Bay. I'm gonna go and change this around right now."
Seinfeld.
And it was There you go. Very good, Sam Will. See, Sam gets these references every now and then. Nico Hischier face-off win. And Jesper Bratt goes one-man army style over here. And actually, I think Damon Severson, yes, he does. He's credited with an assist on here as well. So he touched the puck at some point off of the face-off. But a face-off win, and Jesper Bratt goes one-man army. He brings the puck into the zone on the wing, and he's kind of he kind of like half has control of the puck, and he's trying to make some little moves and cut to the center of the ice, and he literally loses possession of the puck at that moment for a split second, but he definitely lost possession of the puck. He's able to gather it back, pull it back to him, and then he lets a wrister go from like the center slot position, and you had Timo Meier not taking a slashing penalty or a goaltender interference, timing it just perfectly to be in front of Vasilevsky to screen him, and the shot gets past him finally, because it looked like the Devils were like, man, Vasilevsky just has our number. How are we ever going to be able to beat him now? What's going on here, you know? Jesper Bratt says, no soup for you. We are done with all that nonsense, and we are getting on the board. He does it with his 28th of the season at 6:39. Like we said, literally 9 seconds after the Tampa Bay Lightning scored their second goal. And right then and there, you could see it click. And the Devils all of a sudden turned into a different team. The team that we've been watching all season long. His 28th, he sure gets the assist, his 36th, and Severson picks up the assist, his 21st. And then Jesper Bratt says, yeah, I'm not done, guys. But I will say this. Fourth line created a chance on their next shift. Nolan Foote, I have it right here, playing determined, blanking determined, Mudvayne style. Eric Haula, oh man, he had a great feed right in front, but Vasilevsky made a shoulder save on him. But it looked like Vasilevsky, he wasn't really sure on it. You know, Tampa Bay was starting to look a little rattled because it was starting to be shift after shift after shift where the Devils were in control of the play. The tides really had turned. The harpooning had begun. And then, just about 3 minutes later at 9:22, Jesper Bratt says, I want another one, baby. I want another one. And it was almost just like the goal previous because, again, Timo Meier didn't take another slashing call. Thank you, Timo. And was parked right in front of Vasilevsky again. And Jesper Bratt, a long-range shot, another wrister, found its way through a bunch of traffic, and boom! His 29th of the season at 9:22 of the second. Siegenthaler gets the assist here, his 16th, and Hamilton, Dougie, gets the assist, his 47th of the year. Tied it up 2-2, and you can see that momentum swinging. And the captain says, whoa, 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 whoa. Slow down, Jesper Bratt. I was going to be the first one to get to 30 goals. Wait, you trying to tie me over? Now we both have 29? What's going on here, dude? Hang on. And less than 3 minutes later, at 12:02, the captain, doing captain things, comes through. Like our boy, who was it that gave us the Art of Pimpin' says? The captain doing captain things, getting his 30th goal of the season. That's right. Coming through. And everything, like we talked about last game, everything for Nico Hischier is a career high. And so is Jesper Bratt. How friggin' cool is that? And these guys aren't even in the prime of their prime yet. They are just starting to enter. Each year, they're going to be getting better and better and better. Don't forget, Jack Hughes is only 21 years old. What's Nico, 23? Holy Hanneman. His 30th of the season at 12:02 of the second. And this is Nico bringing the puck in, and almost a la what Jesper Bratt did on his first goal. He had a little bit more possession on it, but it's okay. He came in and he kind of made a little delay move and then whoop, cut to the center and let the wrister go. And right through the 5-hole again. Seems like they found a little pocket to pick. on Vasilevsky over there. Number 30 on the year. Devils up 3-2, and boy, did they wake up. And I wrote it down over here. I know we already talked about it, but I wrote it down right here as soon as Nico scored. Did Lindy pull a Larry and kick the garbage can over during intermission? What happened after that? Oh, boy. Vitek Vanacek got lucky. That's why I say every time a shot went on net, I had a little mini heart attack. Oh, like Bill Swarsky super fans from the Bears just having a heart attack over here. Vanacek's taking a shot.
Saturday Night Live.
Thank you, Sam. Look at that. Sam's 2 for 2. He's he's a Bratt to Brat right there. 2 goals in a row for Sam Wu. Sam, by God, Wu, the greatest heel in the history of hockey Twitter. And, of course, the king of the football calls. But Vitek Vanacek got lucky as hell on here because there was a long-range shot. Was it from Ian Cole, I think? Or it might have been Sergachev or Kucherov again. I don't know. But I think it was Ian Cole. Belbar was in the front, and Vanacek didn't see this at all. And it ka-ching went off the corner of the post, went straight down, and then it rolled literally right on the goal line. And it didn't hit the post again. It kind of came out just a little bit to get around. And the goal light went off. Everybody on Tampa Bay thought they scored. I honestly thought that it hit the inner post, in the goal and then hopped back out. But upon review, we can see no goal on the ice. And the Devils are still up 3-2. Vitek Vanacek, though, he got lucky there. He definitely got lucky. After that, Dawson Mercer, man, did he have a great lead pass to Jack Hughes. I thought Jackie Boy was going to get that goal. So close. Dawson Mercer, if you didn't see it, he kind of just banked it off the boards and this way off the boards. And then Jack went around the defenseman the other way and just took the pass. And, man, he made a nice power move right to the front. He tried to put it on his backhand. Vasilevsky, again, listen, that dude came up huge time and time again. He let up 4 goals, but still he stopped a number of beautiful chances by the Devils. And Jack Hughes goes to the backhand. Vasilevsky kicks that leg out there, and Jackie Boy just can't get it up high enough, and he makes a huge, huge save. But still, Devils, 17-6 shots in the second period. A completely different team. Heading into the third, what do we like to see? The beef. The beef. Give me the muscle in front of the net. Thank you once again, Jonas Siegenthaler and Kevin Ball, for clearing that crease. Like Samuel likes to say, NFC, no fun zone. Goalie's trying to cover the puck. You clear that crease. Give him some breathing room. And I like to see Jonas getting in there and mixing it up like he's been doing. And you know what? He hasn't been retaliating. I've seen him take a couple pushes to the face and stuff like that. Haven't seen Siegs retaliate and take any stupid penalties. Look at him. Look at him. Like, what is Tom Hanks? League of Their Own. Use your head. You know, that lump 3 feet above your ass. I don't know if Samu knows that one. That one's do you know that one, Samu?
No, but I know Wilson. Wilson.
Okay, close. Not the same movie, but either way. What was the little kid? I can't remember the kid's name that he threw the glove at. Nelson? Was it no? I don't remember. Doesn't matter. Either way, Devils get a power play after that. PP1 got some good looks on it, but really nothing else after that. Palat, who you know, got a nice tribute from Tampa Bay. So kudos for them for doing that for their boy Andre Palat. I'm sure he had some nerves going out there, playing back down there in Tampa Bay once again. He had a nice deflection, but Vasilevsky got that as well. Nico Hischier, great clear by the captain when Tampa Bay was putting some pressure on. And we talked about Nico. That dude can play in absolutely any and every situation on the ice. Man, is he a stud. After that, we had a 2-on-1 with Nico and Jesper Bratt. Bratt shot for the Hatty, but he just missed the net there. And then at 9:51 of the third period, the man who was looking to make an impression and keep his name on the NHL score sheet instead of that AHL score sheet, Nolan Foote. Smart shot from him, keeping it on the ice. He brings the puck into the zone, and he notices a lot of traffic in front of that net. And Vasilevsky could not see what was going on. If you watch the replay, he actually jumps. He does like a slight jump trying to look over everybody to see where the puck is. But while he's doing that, Nolan Foote has already shot it on the ice, keeping it down low. And boom, right in for his first goal of the season. That's got to be his first NHL goal right there as well. Number one coming from Yegor Sharangovich. His 16th assist, and big old Kevin Balls, the man with the eyebrows. Oh, those brows. They were smirking tonight. Oh, yeah, that's right. Kevin Ball, baby. And man, was he throwing the beef behind that net. 4-2 New Jersey Devils at 9:51 of the third period. Foote from Sharangovich and Kevin Ball. After that, oh, man, that's right. That was the big one. Jack Hughes and Erik Haula. These lines got switched up a little bit. The Jack Timo experiment kind of ended. So it became Nico, Timo, and Bratt. Haula, Jack, and hey guys, it's Dawson Mercer. I broke 50 points. Can you buy me some beer? Palat, Boquist, Tuna, and then the fourth line that we've talked about, Yegor, McLeod, and Foote. But oh man, did Jackie Boy have a beautiful saucer pass right over the defenseman's stick on a 2-on-1 over to Erik Haula, and I don't know how Vasilevsky got over for that one. He was in the full splits. He got an extra leg pump out there as well to get over, and Haula, man, he didn't go low. He went high. It was a beautiful shot by Erik Haula, and it was just that much of a beautiful save as well by the big guy there for Tampa Bay. Getting it with the glove up high. Man, I thought he was going to bury that one there, but what a beautiful pass by Jack Hughes. I mean, saucer right over the defenseman's stick and lands basically right on Haula's. You couldn't get it any better. And how about this stat? By the third period, the Devils 5-1 in odd man rush. Say what? The Devils only gave up one odd man rush? I've never heard of such things. But it's true. It is true. The Gravy Train got a nice shot from the point that Vasilevsky shrugged off. And Jesper Bratt, man, he did the old bat down. And he did the old turn and burn, like Captain Bill Spaulding likes to say, the old turn and burn shot, going for the Hatty once again. And oh, Vasilevsky, damn you. Damn you, Vasilevsky. Trying to hold off Jesper Bratt and his hat trick. Boquist takes a late penalty there. A little tripping call trying to, I think was it on Kucherov or was it on Stamkos? He was trying to get his stick in between the legs, and he ended up tripping him up. Devils don't yield any shots on that power play. 0 shots. You get nothing. No soup for you, Tampa Bay. Doing a lot of this soup Nazi reference tonight, but 0 shots on a late power play.
No. You get nothing. You lose. Good day, sir. Do you know what movie that's from?
There you go. That's, of course, Willy Wonka. Come on.
Oh, okay. Just checking.
Come on now, Sam Wu. But the Road Warriors come through, and before it's all over, Bratty gets the Hatty. The final harpoon into the side of the Tampa Bay Lightning. ENG empty net goal right there at 19:48 of the third. Jesper Bratt says, hold on, Captain. Oh, Captain, my Captain. I want 30 goals as well. And he says, I'm going to do it right here tonight. And he gets it done. Assist going to Timo Meier, his 23rd of the season. And yes, count them up. 4 horsemen style. Woo! We got 4 30-goal scorers on the New Jersey Devils. Jack Hughes, Timo Meier, Nico Hischier, and Jesper Bratt. Your 3 stars of the game. Jesper Bratt, Nico Hischier, and of course, friggin' Kucherov and his 100 points gets a 3rd star. Shots on goal for the Devils, 10, 17, 12 for a Slayer rating blood tribute of 39 rating pucks from the Devils on the ice, and they only give up 24 to the mighty Tampa Bay Lightning. 10-6-8. Face-off percentage, Devils have the edge here. Man, they crushed them 63% to 37. Devils 0 for 1 on the power play, but more importantly, Lightning 0 for 4. Hits, the Devils out hit here 22 to 13. 16 blocks for the New Jersey Devils defense. Only 8 giveaways, 14 takeaways. Look out. They're back, baby. They had a little run there of, 3 games. Oh, they were looking a little winded. But, did this return to the Devils that we know. Keeping pace now again with the Carolina Hurricanes, who are off. The Devils are 1 point behind, although Carolina has 2 games in hand. The Devils are 1 point behind with 97 on the season. Carolina's got 98. The Rangers, who put up another touchdown, that's fine, guys. Go on your big goal streak now before the playoffs start. No problem whatsoever. Go for it. They got 92 points, but we also know that Carolina and the Rangers play each other the next 2 games. So there's definitely going to be some difference in the standings coming up this week. The Devils just need to keep this momentum going with Minnesota coming to town. So excellent game by the New Jersey Devils. The only thing I can really say is, man, Vitek Vanacek gives me a heart attack every time there's a shot going towards him on the net. And almost forgot the comeback kids. They're league leading, 23rd comeback on the season, because they were down 2-0 to the Lightning tonight. And Ronaldo, thank you. Another super chat over there. Very nice, very nice. We appreciate it. And what we're going to do now is check in with the greatest hockey heel in the history of hockey Twitter, and of course the king of the football calls himself Sam by God Woo, and guest. You may know him as
let me do the introductions. Of our guests. His wife one time built an entire garden and shed in about 48 hours while he was watching the kids. He's one of the greatest and one of the original 3 Devils fans at a bar talking Devils hockey on the Let's Go Devils podcast.
Don't forget, it took him 3 years to draw a logo. It took Nicky 48 hours to build a deck, but...
let's not rag on him. We love him.
They just guessed 3 years for a logo.
8 months. His name is Beer Baron. Beer Baron.
Woo! There he is. Welcome to the show, bud.
Turn on your mic. Turn on your mic.
Turn your mic on. Oh, boy. Is it plugged in?
Reestablishing the connection.
There we go.
Reestablishing the
All
connection.
right.
I hate you guys so much. I hate you both, and I love you at the same time.
And we're giving you the big block over here.
Max.
Nice big block.
Thank you for the victory bucks. He says,
thank you, Max.
Woo! This was the milestone game. Bratt, 30 goals and his 100th of his career. 30 goals for Nico, first for Foot. Woo! Says Max.
Was that first of the season? He had his 100th a while ago. First of the season for Foot, but his 4th, Scotty, his 4th NHL goal, not his first NHL goal.
Nolan that's his 4th NHL? Okay.
That is his 4th NHL goal, yeah. And then to put some extra cheese on top of it, this was Bratt's first hat trick. So, it's a hell of a game, guys. I'll tell you what, though. After last night's game, where I was very disappointed, we were out to dinner.
Mm-hmm.
My daughter wanted to watch the game, so I let her watch the game on my phone. It made me happy. It was a very proud dad moment to sit there. I don't normally let my kids go on my phone. I'm not one of those parents that likes to do that, like at dinner or anything else. Like I don't like doing that. I want to be engaged with my family. No, I'm being serious. I want to be engaged with my family. I want to have a conversation. Devils game's on, a little bit different. And now my kids are full-blown Devils fans. So
good.
There you go.
She asked if she could watch the game. And I looked at my wife and I said, "This is happening." She goes, "All right." So we were watching it. They go up 2-0. And by the time we were getting ready to leave, and we all know what happened, and it crushed me. I felt so upset about last night's game. And the way this game started, they go down 2-0. I was like, son of a bitch. You know what? I got to rewind a little bit because I have to tell you, boys, I was at the game on Tuesday against the Lightning, and then I was at the game on Thursday against the Lightning. So I've seen these bums in person, and I was like, are we gonna get smoked by these jerks in 3 games? Like, is this really gonna happen? Are we gonna be in this micro series with them, and we're gonna show the world that like maybe we're not ready for prime time? So when we go down 2-0, instantly I'm pissed off. And then Bratt, boom, quick answer back. And all of a sudden, you said it on the on the recap, which, by the way, Scotty, phenomenal job. That recap is like, you know, I could sit there and get a bag of popcorn and watch that all night. That was incredible. And I'm not saying that. And listen, this is what friends are supposed to do: support each other, not, you know, ridicule them right before they bring them on live air. But anyways, so like a bunch of jerks. Go down. Bratt scores that goal, but you said it. It seemed like from as soon as Bratt had that quick answer, because it felt like they've been figuring out the Lightning, right? The last 3 games, it feels like the first game it was like, okay, typical, but then that second game, Timo getting 2 goals at home. It was the crowd was electric. The game was electric. The bummer that they have to lose in a shootout because it's the stupidest thing in any sport. But they feel like they're starting to understand the Lightning, how to work around the Lightning, because the first game, I'll tell you what, Tuesday they were getting bodied out there. They were getting absolutely run over. It felt like Jack was getting abused and there was no calls. It felt like there was just the Lightning were having their way. Second game, we start to work around it, using our speed a little bit more, going in and shuffling up the lines a little bit. And I am so happy that they finally got what I feel like the right line combinations, because everybody was like, oh, you can't put Haula and Mercer with Jack. Dude, they're like a plus 21 when the 3 of them are together. When Jack, Haula, and Mercer are together, that's at Jack's best. He played the best this season in that line. They had it on MSG tonight where they were talking about all the numbers and all, you know, the stats and everything that Jack has been doing when he's with that line. And for anybody that complains, just you have to look at the numbers. You have to trust the process. You have to trust what they're doing. Putting Nico with Timo is the smartest thing because they have that natural chemistry. And it was only a matter of time before they were going to be like, all right, screw it, fine, you guys go play. And then putting Bratt onto that line
experiment has played itself out.
I think it has too, and it has nothing to do with. I don't think it has anything to do with like Timo can't play with Jack. I just think that maybe he wasn't the right type of scoring winger for Jack. You know what I mean? Like maybe he's not. You know, maybe he's not what he needs. And I know Sam's going to say something on Twitter, and then he's going to get bodied by a bunch of numbskulls on Twitter. They're like, "You don't know what you're talking about, Sam."
That's why
you have a podcast of 17 listeners.
17 listeners.
17 listeners, bro. I know.
By the way, we want to give a quick shout to Max. He has fact checked us, and it actually was Jesper Bratt's 100th goal.
Oh, I thought you were saying Nico. I thought you said Nico's 100th point. And I was like, no, that happened a way long time ago.
No. It was Jesper Bratt's 100th goal, and you are correct. It was Nolan Foote's 4th career NHL goal. Good job on there. Very nice, bud. All right, Sam, you're raising your hand. Go ahead.
I think I said this before on the Woo Report. I'll say it again. It's nothing against Timo Meier, but I think Jack Hughes. I think when they put Meier with Hughes, I think Jack plays better and gets better results when he's at a shoot first mentality. When Meier came, unselfishly, I think Jack.
I don't know what happened.
Was it?
Sorry, Ted had a good one there. Only Tony Montana can do a better line combination if you
Hey, Joseph Wenham! Burgers, fries, and drinks for the post-game. Guys in the booth. Joseph Wenham.
Damn.
Wow.
Joseph. Thanks, bud.
Wow.
Now, of course, Sam Wu doesn't
I don't know where
that.
any of this money goes.
Salad.
I mean, yeah.
Sam Wu only
Sam
has
all
salad.
of a sudden.
Only salad. That's
does
Mrs.
it look
Wu's
like?
orders.
Does it look like I
Beer
eat
Baron and I will
salad?
enjoy that. Thank you.
Yeah.
Does it look like I eat a salad?
I'm allowed to have the bread. That's it. And crew gets the bread before the actual meal, and then I'm told no
He
more.
gets the bread and butter.
I'm
Maybe
told
it's that good
fill
like
up on bread.
pumpernickel bread from Outback. You
Oh,
know?
the warm one. Yeah, the warm one. You ever go to Cheesecake Factory? Oh, they got good bread. No, we don't get sponsors by Cheesecake Factory, but if we did, I'd talk more about their food than just their bread. The Sam Wu diet is people pay $25 and then he goes out and gets a delicious steak.
Salad.
Salad. Oh yeah.
Salad. All right.
Let me tell you guys.
Sooner or later, the eat a salad chance is going to happen in American whiskey when I'm there.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Just don't throw it on the ice. All right. Just don't throw it on the ice like the chicken nuggets and stuff. All right. How about Jesper Bratt getting his little bucket hat too at the end of the game?
Oh, that was cool.
That was
I think
Nico
that was
putting it
Libby.
on his head too. By the way,
Oh, was
And
it Nico? Okay.
Yeah, Nico
I didn't.
grabbed it from the. It looked like one of the trainers and reached over and dropped it onto Bratt's head. But the funny thing is somebody found whose hat it was. There was like a dude. They took a picture of him in the crowd, and they identified him. So I wonder if that's going to be one of those things where maybe the Twitterverse can help get the guy's hat back and maybe get it autographed by Jesper Bratt or something like that. That'd be pretty wild. But
you don't make friends with salad. No good story starts off with having a salad. Apparently, you know.
Well, I don't know about that.
That's the old drinking joke. No good story starts off with drinking water. I was having whiskey, and you'll never guess what happened.
Scotty, Max just DM'd you on Instagram of those videos.
Okay, I'll have to take a look.
All right. Cool. So, anyways, back to
stuff. Okay.
back to
Sorry,
the game.
we get distracted very easily. Squirrel.
No, that's all right. Scotty,
But tell us what you thought of the game and
big
everything, Beer Baron. Sam Wu's usually on here giving us his rundown. How about you this time? As our guest?
I said, I tell you, man, like that they go down 2-0 and Bratter scores that goal real quick, gets back into it. But the second goal that Bratt had, I thought was the nicer of the two, because if you watched it, he tiptoes that blue line and he cuts back. His edge work is unreal. Like, he can turn on an absolute dime. He's walking the blue line, cuts back, takes like a seeing eye shot. But if you watched it from, I love when they do the camera angle where you can see like behind the defenseman when they take a shot from the point, and you get that like beautiful look at the goaltender, and you can travel with the puck kind of through the bodies. He took this perfect shot where it looked like he was aiming for that far post, and it finds its way through. And then it just, the game, it sounds stupid because they're like, of course it felt different after they scored the second goal, but like, they score that one goal, it goes back to a one-goal game, and the momentum of the game, like the feeling in the game, started to shift. They get that second goal, and it didn't feel like they were going to lose the game. It didn't feel like, all right, the other night, when is it going to end up falling apart, or when are they going to fall on their face, and the Lightning are going to come back and like storm back? Like, if you watch the pace of the game, if you watch their speed, they're starting to get into corners. They were starting to cut into the middle. You look at Nico's goal, and he scores by he finds his way into the high slot, and he ripped a beauty. I mean, they were finding these pockets, these areas, and what's happening is they're using their speed and pushing back the Tampa Bay and exposing like these little areas. Even Nolan Foote's goal, like I know somebody was saying like, oh, Vasilevsky should have had that one. But the beautiful thing about Foote's goal is
it was screened.
Where it was screened, and where he shot it from, almost at the top of the circle, closer to the boards, coming off of the boards, takes that shot. And that's the thing, is a lot of people forget, like, yeah, he spent so much time in the AHL. The dude has a shot. Like, he has a hell of a shot. So, I mean, I'm glad that Lindy rewarded him with a little bit more ice time, and he was able to get that. And then, Bratt.
That fourth line played really well.
Oh, really well.
That fourth line played really well. They were creating all night long.
And it's funny, too, because there's, I know there's a lot of people that are bummed out that Miles Wood has been a healthy scratch, but.
No, he's hurt. Undisclosed injury.
Is he hurt? Oh, geez. All right, well.
He's got an undisclosed injury. Him and Bastian. Bastian is a UBI.
I know Bastian did. But I didn't know. I didn't realize Wood did too.
Wood disappeared from the Carolina game as well.
That's because he got elbowed in the head. He got elbowed in the head in that Carolina game. But he came back and played the next game.
And now Lazar, disappeared at the end of the Florida game as well. And he, we don't know what's going on with him.
We got depth.
Well, now we do.
I mean, it's a good thing. And Nolan Foote's had a good year down there at the AHL level.
Thanks, Max.
He's been
and crew bucks.
And crew bucks.
Thanks, man. $1.99. That'll pay for that butter that I'll use towards my bread.
And yes, Ronaldo or JP, the ref was all over Timo, but Timo's got to remember that he can't slash everybody's stick because it's essentially the same exact penalty. But you've taken the same one three times now.
Yes, he has. And sometimes it's a lazy penalty because you get caught behind somebody and you're trying to disrupt them, and you take a lazy. That's a hooking penalty. Slash penalty is a lazy penalty. But right before that, he got high stick.
He was
to the
high
face,
stick. Yep.
And there's no call. And I love the fact that Dano got pissed, was just calling out the ref. And it wasn't because of the bad call. He's like, that was a good call. He goes, it wasn't even about the call. It was about... I didn't
have the MSG broadcast out here. I had the it was on NHL Network, and they gave me the home team Florida, Tampa Bay broadcast. So I was unfortunately I didn't get to hear Captain Bill Spaulding and the enforcer of Devils After Dark and Let's Go Devils Podcast Network.
Actually, I tweeted out Ken Danico's commentary when Holla got that high stick to the face. Holla's got tough skin.
he got it in the chinum. He got it in the chinum. That's why.
Yeah. He moisturizes with bricks. Yeah, dude.
JP, is that Pollock who just said that? No, who just said that? Someone just said it about Max. They always get the retaliation. That's what they're gonna get.
Always, but that's just that.
Timo's just gotta watch that.
That's all sports.
He's just gotta watch that.
It's all sports too. I mean, NFL. You ever see whenever there's a receiver and a cornerback going at each other, and it's like one guy shoves one guy, and then the other guy shoves him back.
If it bleeds,
and it's you always see the flag come out. It's always, and it's retaliation is always going to get called because a lot of times they'll miss that first call. So you just got to keep your cool. Yeah. And I mean, listen, there's a lot going on for him. There's a lot of pressure going on. So you can imagine, he's probably still feeling that pressure. He's probably not fully settled in. And I mean, some guys never get fully settled in.
I ain't got time to bleed.
Yeah. Dude, you know what? I wouldn't mind seeing Halla come back next year. I'd bring back Tatar and Halla at the right price. If you
at the right price,
you could restructure them. I don't think a Halla costs that much. Maybe 1.2 or something like that. You can get them out of the cheap, but probably more than that. But who cares? So, that's not made to figure out.
We gotta ask Sam Wu, what movie is that? I gave you two references from the same movie. If it bleeds, we can kill it. And I ain't got time to bleed.
I know that's
Sam,
from.
No, Sam Wu. I know you know. Come on, Sam Wu. Come on.
You're one ugly son of a bitch.
Well, how about this? If he dies, he dies.
Wrong movie.
Oh.
Wrong movie. Yeah. Predator. Movie. Come on, Sam Wu. Predator.
Never seen it.
Jesse, you never saw it. Jesse the Body Ventura.
Supernova had it. Ariel had it.
Oh, man.
I don't know anything about wrestling and pro wrestling, but apparently I copy from it.
Apparently you do. You're an unoriginal. You're an unoriginal bastard. You know that?
Yeah.
See, with 17
I told
people
you that was my childhood. All I did was study. Jeez.
You feeling lucky, punk?
Paula is arguing this as hard. Paula's making 2.3. I mean,
right, cool. Thank you.
You know,
you know what?
That's
2.3 is not bad for even if you bring him back.
If it bleeds, we can kill Devils before the Bruins series.
I hope so.
I love it. I love
Dude,
it.
What a wild night in the NHL, to not just to recap just the Devils, but the NHL. There was like 3 separate games that had a 7-point score. Okay, so let me pull that up actually as I'm talking about it.
Let the Rangers get their little scoring streak. They can have it all right now. Go for it, guys.
I don't care about them.
Have a great time with it.
Beep, beep,
and it'll be a different story come a little later. But this game was huge for the Devils' confidence and their momentum, especially going into, we've talked about it, you know, we've been prepping for the month of March, saying what a test it's going to be for the Devils, especially this week. We knew the 3 out of 4 against Tampa Bay, and especially Florida as well, who we knew was going to be pushing for a playoff spot. They're a tough team. They are a tough team, and they are right on the brink of that last wild card spot.
They're 1 point. They're 1 point behind.
It's 1 point. I thought it was 2. Yeah, 1 point behind. So
1 point behind.
They're not laying down. You know, you knew they were going to come out flying. And Tampa Bay as well. We talked about Tampa Bay being one of those teams now that there's so many veterans on the team that have been there and done that. They know how to just turn it on at the right point. And we talked about it with Tampa Bay using the Devils as almost a test because they had 2 in a row on the road in the Devils arena. That's like a test for playoffs right there, because that's how you're going to start a series. On the road in someone else's building, 2 games in a row. And we said the Devils should be using this Florida and Tampa Bay as a test for themselves. Starting out on the road, you know, it's close. They're close to each other at least, you know, like they're both in Florida, not that far of a distance, you know, but they really needed to come back tonight. It's like, okay, if you lose a game 1, what are you going to do in game 2? And they went out there tonight and they showed the way that you should play when you go down like that in a playoff atmosphere. And make no mistake about it, Tampa Bay's playing playoff hockey. Vasilevsky, woo, man, he looks as good as ever out there. Like that stop on Eric Halla was friggin' amazing. He was in full splits going across, and Halla got that shot up high, and he still was able to just pop that glove up and stop that one. I thought that was in the back of the net. I really did. That saucer pass from Jack was amazing.
Yeah. And by the way, don't get it twisted. We did have a little puck luck tonight too, and that's part of it. That's part of hockey, right? That's the hockey gods smiling down on the Devils tonight because Tampa Bay came really, really close to tying it up at 3, and they hit the inside of the post. In fact, they had to do a video review, and the first time they showed that video review, that puck looked like it came into the net and then shot straight out, and I was like, I guess they just tied it up. This sucks. And then even Dano was like, oh, they tied it. And then 2 seconds later, Bill Spaulding was like, no, it hit the inside of the post and went out the other way. And they're like, oh, my God. So we got lucky on that one. But
Dano was loaded.
Dano
was on Quaalude.
That was probably his best game he ever called. Everything he said was
because he got mad because he's letting that emotion go. Like that's one of the best. When Dano's at his best is when he gets super emotionally involved and he gets pissed. I love seeing pissed off Dano because that's like when he's really tuned into the game and like really geared up. And I got to tell you,
I should text him that. Can he get more pissed off more often, Dano?
Dano was dropping. Man, I wish I got the Devils broadcast out here, and I was stuck with the Tampa Bay. Even though they're announced, it's Brian Engblom does their color commentary, so it was actually a pretty good broadcast. But still, you know, I was wondering Captain Bill Spaulding and Dano.
A friend of the podcast, Ken Danigo.
Yeah,
friend of the podcast. Name drop.
That's right.
But so. I can't stop at movie lines, thinking about movie lines. So I was thinking about it. You know, the Devils in that 4-game series of Florida, you know, they go in that first game, they get beat up. The second game, to start to learn a little bit more. And you said that this was like a test for them, right? I feel like it wasn't so much a test as it was like their time to learn. It was time for them to kind of like try to figure out
Isn't
how.
that what you do on a test?
No,
teacher.
No, you learn before the test. The test is like what you've learned up to that point. So no, that's not what a test is. Smart ass. So, and besides, I'm an art teacher. I don't give tests. But they're adapting. They're learning. And nature finds a way, right, Sam? What movie is that from? Nature Finds a Way. If I had two seatbelts and they were both like the part that you're supposed to like click into, and I wrap them around my waist, nothing. Oh my god. My god.
Oh, Sam. Poor
that
Sam.
was great.
Life finds a way. Life finds a way. Thank you, Geeky Gamer.
Is that what it is from Jurassic Park?
Jurassic Park.
I've watched Jurassic Park, but that was like back in '94. Back when, like,
how do you not? And that's it. You just watched it. You're like,
Sam has never watched the movie twice. He's never watched the movie twice.
Hey, guess what movie I went to go see? What? Jurassic Park. Was it great? It was amazing. I'm never watching it ever again. I don't want to ruin it.
The only thing I liked about that movie was like the Jeeps that they
everything.
The Jeeps that they
stop
in the movie, and then they had anyway.
Like
I don't
Jeff
remember.
Goldblum,
that was like when I was in freshman year in high school.
Goldblum. And
I went to the Jurassic Park set. It's out here. If you watch the chase scenes, it's like it's just one like little like quarter-mile strip, and they go one way for one shot, and then they go the other. They just go back the other way for the other shot. So if you look at it, it's just the same like quarter mile. They're just going in different directions on it.
That's smart.
Little trivia. Hey, that's the magic of movies over here. But the Devils have a huge week coming up here. They have a huge week coming up. They got Minnesota coming in. They got Minnesota coming into town. Yeah, they don't have a lot of time off. They got to come back up. They got one day off, and they got Minnesota, who again is another, much like the Florida Panthers, is a team that where is now because they were a point behind Dallas and Colorado. I got to look right here at the standings. Minnesota's actually up now. They're up. They're still 1 point behind Dallas, both with 70 games played. Now Colorado's got 2 games in hand. They got 86 points. Minnesota's got 88, and Dallas has got 89. So you got another team, much like the Florida Panthers, that are going to be coming into the Rock hungry. My dogs are hungry. Samo doesn't know that movie either. The Dark Knight. But of course they're they're missing, one of their best scorers. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Ta-da! But with Kaprizov gone, they're missing one of their best scorers, but this team is still coming in hungry and they're still winning games. So
they're a solid team. They're a solid team.
They are a solid team. They're a solid team. They got Buffalo and Ottawa, then another back-to-back over the weekend. Friday, Saturday this time. So there's no messing around here. Minnesota this is what we talked about, the month of March. Devil's schedule is tough.
Selecta just pointed out something, and I think it's kind of he says this this is irrelevant. I don't actually think this is irrelevant, but the Blackhawks are eliminated from playoff contention. I could be wrong, but I want to say maybe it was last year, maybe it wasn't last year, maybe it was a couple of years ago that the Devils were eliminated like this early too. And it's crazy how things can turn around. Because you think about it, like that feeling of like, oh my God, it's freaking not even April and the team's eliminated from the playoff contention. Like there's zero hope that they're even going to get close to sniffing a playoff spot. Like we're not far removed from that. What's crazy to see is the transformation of this team from, I don't know, a 48 win or 48 point team last year. Sam, what was the point totals last year? Do you know off the top of your head?
73.
The Devils didn't have 73, did they?
Around this time last year, I think.
I don't think they had 73.
Around this time, well, you thought
that 63.
63 sounds more. more appropriate.
Yeah, we had 63, I think, by the end of the season. That's what Ancho was saying over here.
They were that bad, huh?
63. Yeah, they were terrible. They were terrible.
Yeah.
Does that all? By the way, does that? I know what Boston's doing is insane. What Boston's doing is they're in a different realm of hockey right now, which doesn't mean anything because we've all seen president teams, go into the playoffs. Look at Florida Panthers last year, and they were one of the best teams in the league all year long, and then they go into the playoffs and they lose. So because Boston is doing what they're doing doesn't really mean anything. You get a hot goaltender in the playoffs. You meet at the right time. You get a bad injury. Something stupid happens. It doesn't mean that they're an automatic lock for the Stanley Cup, finals. Which is one of the reasons that hockey is one of the most incredible sports in the world. Because there was this crazy stat that I saw. Now I can't quote it verbatim because I don't want to get this wrong. But the NBA has never had an 8th seed win the championship. Has never had a 7th seed win a championship, has only had 1 6th seed, which was the Houston Rockets, win the championship. No 5th seed, a couple of 4 seeds, a couple of 3rds, a bunch of 2nds, and primarily 1s. It is set up differently. I'm just saying, what's great about hockey is you can have an 8th seed make a run, and it doesn't matter what the Bruins are doing right now. It will matter what happens in the playoffs.
It matters what happens in the playoffs, and the playoffs are always a different thing because the intensity is kicked up so much more, and we've seen it before, especially with the Devils, who were an 8 seed, and the Kings back in 2012. The Kings were a team that just kind of hung on, and then all of a sudden they got into the playoffs, and it was like, hey-oh, here we go, and we're going to kick it into high gear now. And don't be surprised to see a team like Tampa Bay do that as well. Toronto. Looks like those two may line up, come playoff time. And we know Toronto has a history of choking. So you never know what's going to happen, come playoff time over here. But it's amazing the Devils turnaround so far this year. We've said it before. No one has thought the Devils would be this good, that they are right now and performing the way they are. I mean, they're going to crack 100 points,
which is crazy
real soon.
I think they are pretty close to one of the best records they've ever had. I think they are pretty close. No, they're not at the best, but they're pretty damn close to it, right?
No, I think this is the most. Well, I think yes. They were ahead of the 2008 team for most wins by a certain point in the season, like a month or so ago. Mm-hmm. They were ahead of them. So literally, because we talked about it here on the show, that we're literally watching the best Devils team record-wise that we've ever had.
Geeky said the best record was 111 points in 2001.
We had 52 points. That was in a certain amount of games. We had the most wins in a certain amount of games.
Mm-hmm.
Plus, don't they have a shot to break the all-time away record? They have 6 more games left, I think, on the road.
Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken. So. And they already have 26 wins on the road, 26-5-4, with their home record 19-13-3. That's insane. Their road record.
Their road record's amazing.
Yeah, and we could very well, Ariel, you're right. We could have more than 111 by the end of the year.
Supernova says
that's 6 or 7 wins. How many games we got left? 13, 12? We got 12 left, I believe. So if the Devils go about 500 here.
31 is the insane Pollock said the 31 is the NHL record. And Devils are
26-5-4. There you go.
12 to go. So they could.
They could make it happen here.
But, so the whole reason I brought up the Bruins and the whole reason I brought up what the Devils are doing from last year to this year is the Bruins were still a playoff team last year. So it's not like they just took a good team and they just
NHL, right? Okay.
So the Bruins took a good team and they just got better. I mean, they're record-setting better, which is pretty incredible. But if you take the Bruins out of the conversation, because you kind of almost assume that their coach will get the Jack Adams. But my question is, do you think Lindy Ruff he's got to be in the top, and he's got to be in the top 2, top 3 for Jack Adams this year? At least.
I would say so. Just with the turnaround the team has made, and except for the month of December there, the consistency that the team has had. I mean, hell's bells. What did we win? What did we have? That 13 games in a row that winning streak we had there, or was it 12 games? How many was it? It almost seems like a different season, but that was earlier this year.
Should have been 19 games.
Right, when the Toronto madness happened against the Maple Leafs. Sam Wu's still not over that.
No, not at all.
But I mean, he's definitely got to be in the running here. Well, we should get into some. Go ahead.
I was just going to say I agree with Pollock. Like Montgomery's going to get it, just like McDavid's going to get the Hart, which is kind of like it's fine. It's you can't say no. I mean, McDavid's at like over 130 points right now in the season. Boston is
we beat the Kia,
just destroying everybody. So
yeah, I mean, they're on a record pace right now. So what's the NHL record win? Like 62, I think. They're on pace for that. So you got to give him credit. McDavid is otherworldly right now. So it happens. But either way, we should get into some you versus Woo right now. Our score predictions that we do here on Devils After Dark. We've been doing it all season long. You can play along as well. I don't know. I'm going to see who. Hopefully, we get some OTLs or some wins tonight, because we've been getting bagels the past couple days here. McDevil. We want him to be Connor McDevil. Oilers won't miss, but don't worry, they'll be eliminated by the second round. Draisaitl and McDavid will have 40 points each, and they'll somehow get eliminated by the second round. Don't worry about it.
In one
Story
round
every year. In one round, they'll be out. Yeah, they'll have 40 points in one round, and they'll somehow get eliminated. So, but let's get into our score predictions here. And Larry, yes, Jurassic Park was filmed in Hawaii, but not all of it. That's the other magic of movies. They film it in different areas. So, if you ever got to LA and you go to the Warner Brothers studio tour, they bring you on the Jurassic Park portion of where they filmed all those.
You should trust him. He lives out there.
Okay. Well, I know parts of it were, but some of it was actually filmed here in LA. Either way, it doesn't really matter. Max had 3-1. Always having 9 points in it. Anyone else got our score predictions, or we lose? Where's old Ramona? She got her score prediction in over there. Selecta had 5-4. Devils OT. No. You get the OTL there. Very nice, Selecta. You got at least the Devil score, right? 5. You got the 5 goals there for the Devils. Excellent. So at least we got someone with an OTL over here, getting some points on the board instead of taking the bagels. Sam Wu, what did our good friend Vinny Parisi have for his score prediction today?
Vinny's pissed at me because I paid off Jesper Bratt to get that hat trick. He said 4-2 Devils. He said
what did he say?
4-2 Devils.
Oh, well, he gets the OTL. He gets the Tampa Bay score right. So good for Vinny.
Well, because of Bratt scoring.
Ted had 5-4. Good on Ted. He gets the OTL. Eric had 4-3. Just off. Art had 6-0. You were almost there. Oh, he had Tampa Bay. Oh, Art, come on. Ronaldo said OT lost 3-2. Then we can't give it to you. If you had the Devils winning 3-2, Art, Ronaldo, we could have gave you the point. All right, Sam, what did you have for your score prediction today?
3-2 Devils.
3-2. All right, you get it. You get an OTL as well. Put a point on the board for Sam by God Woo. At least getting that Tampa Bay score correct. All right.
I miss a lot.
This is better than all the goose eggs we've been getting recently. We've been having problems in our score prediction portion of the show over here, but at least we're getting half of it right, so we'll take it. We will take it. Did you have any idea for a score prediction today, Beer Baron?
Yeah, dude, I called a 5-2 right on the nose.
Oh, yeah, right on the nose, huh? What do you know?
What do you know?
Did you place a big bet on that?
Yeah. Yep. Kids' college tuition.
Right? Yeah.
You know,
just tripled it. Yep.
Just tripled it.
Yep.
Look like the kids are going to Harvard. Here we go.
You got a golden egg right there on that 5-2 Devils victory. Oh yeah. Well, it's good to see that we got some OTLs at least. We didn't get. Thank you.
Actually, no, Max. I did not have
prediction.
She actually no, she didn't. She predicted that it would go 5-2, but I didn't predict that. I predicted 3-1. No, Max is like Beer Baron has had a couple of beers. I've not had anything to drink tonight, except a bunch of water. I got work tomorrow morning, man. I can't get too crazy.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's getting late on the East Coast. We know Beer Baron's got to get up early. We know Sam by God Woo's got to get up early. It's only 8:00 for me, but we know we're gonna start wrapping it up over here.
World is your oyster.
Yeah, you know. We're going to start wrapping up Devils After Dark over here, though. We want to thank everybody who's been on Beer Wife. That's right, you got that beer.
I like that. I'm going to color that. I'm going to color that when I go inside. I'm going to go back inside. And I'm going to be like, hey, Beer Wife. And she's going to probably just slip me the bird or something.
We got, we got Mrs. Woo and Mrs. Beer. You know? Yeah, that's what we got over here.
This is a true story. True story. We never take pictures, of ourselves when we're at a live event. But the only person that took really good pictures, except for a professional photographer, is Beer Baron's wife, which we used on our poster. Out of every
wait, I gotta point something out real quick. I like that.
And when Beer Baron slept on the beer couch.
Oh, that's a long time ago. That's a long time ago. I like that. That Max says, like, when he was at A&W or AW and he saw me throwing a few back. Like, yeah, of course. I'm at the warm up show, having a couple of beers and hanging out with everybody, saying hi and high fiving.
Wait, wasn't Max what? Max, didn't you chug the beer?
Yeah,
Max.
Yeah, this
Max
was
the beer
yeah, this was
Max.
Max.
Like,
yeah, it was like
done.
Probably faster than
and
that.
That's it. It was impressive. All right, we came to a silence over here.
I was trying to read
All right,
comments.
let's wrap this up. Thank you and crew for stopping by here and being guest here on the show. We truly appreciate it. And usually we do the big show on Sunday nights, but with the game and we want to do post game and everything like that, and we know it's way past your bedtime. We're usually wrapped up a little bit earlier in this. So, we thank Beer Baron for coming on here and giving us his perspective on the game and, maybe a fresh take on, some stuff that maybe you're sick of hearing me and Sam by God Woo talk about. So it's nice to get a fresh take on some things and a different set of eyes.
Yeah, the wannabe radio guys. Me and Scotty.
Yeah.
Scotty. Scotty's an actual radio guy.
Yeah, but whatever.
Did you listen to that recap?
None of this matters. None of this matters. Carl Bertano and Aluski. Come on, Aquatine. Sam doesn't know that either. Either way, no, we want to thank you for staying up past your bedtime and hanging out with us and giving us your take on this great game. A refreshing game by the New Jersey Devils, to get back on track here, but still work to do, fellas. Minnesota coming in on Tuesday to the Rock. We're going to be talking about it. Game Day Live, Devils After Dark. Sam's going to have a Woo report. We'll be on the big screens over there at American Whiskey. Peyton and Alejandra and Mariah and Frank the Tank and Evie and Ariel, they're going to be pouring drinks all night. Hopefully celebratory adult beverages after the game for hopefully another big Devils W. So I just want to thank everybody. Thank you for all the likes, the follows, the subscribes, all the super chats. Right here in the ticker. Really appreciate everybody. And Beer Baron, you have anything you want to say goodbye with?
No, I'm just gonna go inside and go to bed. No, I'm kidding. No, thank you guys, dude. It's so much fun to do. I haven't been on the show in a little while because I've had other things going on. So it's nice to get on there, talk to you guys, talk. Listen, I love the interaction, like talking to everybody on YouTube Live, Facebook Live, and all that kind of stuff. So you guys are the best. You're the backbone of the show. We wouldn't be able to do it without, friends like Max and,
and we're going to have to get Max on camera with the beer jug next time.
He said, I was just about to say that. He said he wanted to chug a beer on camera. So you know what? If the next time I'm at an event and you are there too, Max, we'll chug a beer together, my friends. So that is a promise. But yeah, dude, I love it. I love it. I love doing this. I love hearing from everybody, and it's a lot of fun. And to all the naysayers out there, you leave Sam alone, or I'm going to come out there. I'm going to get you. I'm going to get you. You don't know when. I'm going to get you. It's all good. It's all good.
Let's turn it over to the greatest hockey heel. The greatest heel in hockey Twitter history, and the king of the football calls himself, Sam by God Woo, for the final goodbyes. Ooh, the beer can.
Yeah, I just want to thank all those tuning in on the YouTube Live. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at Let's Go Devils, or on Facebook at Let's Go Devils Podcast, and on Twitter at Let's Go Devils Pod. We'll report tomorrow, dropping the podcast at midnight for your morning and afternoon commute. And please rate, review, and subscribe to our podcast on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, Amazon Music Prime, Audible, iHeart app, wherever you get your podcasts. Thank you very much for making it a fun evening. We got a big week ahead with Minnesota on Tuesday. Also, Saturday, March 25th, I will be for Game Day Live and Devils After Dark at American Whiskey, live. I'm sure Big Steve Engel will stop by. He says he will. And also March 30th, we will be live at American Whiskey again for Ranger Hate Day before the Devils take on the New York Rangers on Thursday, March 30th. And also April 13th. Remember that, the viewing party by Arlette at Stagehouse Tavern, 1099 Route 22 East in Mountainside, New Jersey, in Union County, where we're going to do Game Day Live, Devils After Dark with the viewing party, and music by Arlette on April 13th, last game of the season for the Devils take on the Washington Capitals. Thank you. Thanks, Beer Baron, for joining us. You, Scotty.
Buddy.
The Devils are back on track. Keep it positive, folks. Keep the hits clean on Twitter. I don't mean to troll you.
Yeah, you do. Oh, by the way, beer cam. We're gonna make that happen.
All right.
We're one live event. We're gonna do a huge. Everybody's gonna grab a beer. We're all chug a beer at the same time.
21 or older, by the way.
21 and older.
21 or older.
Yeah.
21. Be responsible too. It better not be like your 7th or 8th beer. Maybe your 1st or 2nd.
Well, thank you, everybody. Till next time, let's go Devils.